Greetings and salutations. So I'm going through, I'm looking for something to play on Steam, and I got one of those notifications that says, an update or patch has been made available. So I'm like, oh, let's go check it out. And so it was for Rust. And so I'm looking through the patch notes, and it's kind of an apples to apples comparison because Conan and Rust and Arc are all um, built in the Unreal 4 engine. So um, and I'm doing this video to kind of broaden perspective. And many of you may not agree or like what I have to say, and many of you may like what I have to say. But regardless, it's still going to be perspective evolving. Kind of change your perspective. So yesterday I went through and I looked over the patch notes, um, kind of a little bit of a rant, and then today I'm looking over the patch notes and the Rust. And with the Rust, what's interesting is I know that Rust is built in the Unreal 4 engine, but what's interesting is that they got Unity 2019 2 of 1. So I don't know if there's an inject or if there's something else. Maybe they're running a newer version or they switched over. I'm not 100% sure about that. But the point of me making this video is I wanted to look at the volume of changes that they made. And so if you look through here, look at all the changes that they, as I just gradually scroll down and scroll up. um, it's pretty impressive compared to what the kind of content that we see out of a similar competitor. So here they obviously the big feature is they added the helicopter, they added the transport helicopter. So they have mounts in the game as well. So here we let's just go count up the ads, right? So we got one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, seven. It looks like they added seven things is what they added. Okay, and then the fixes. So one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, 17 fixes, and then it looks like 8, 9, 10 debugs. And if you go through here and you look at some of what I haven't put the time into Rust to really understand the depth of the gameplay the same way that I do Conan. And I'm looking through, added field generators, added horse leading, added transport helicopter, added texture streaming, uh, added Doppler shift on mono sound. I don't know what that means. Um, fix stream friend isolation. It says hotspot value now gets cleaned up after. Okay. So a lot of these are just, general bug fixes. And some of the interesting ones down here: removed Linux client and then removed Vulkan graphics API. So it sounds like they pulled some of that stuff out of the system to increase. Um, that's a good thing and that's a bad thing. Like, Linux, anytime you can support Linux, um, it's a good thing. So they probably pulled this stuff out to streamline it and make it run more efficient across a plethora of systems. HV rockets need T2 WBs instead of T. It's like they kind of, I guess they cleaned up the ammunition types. F1 grenades have a fuse length of 3 now instead of 3.5. Grenades have more predictable landing positions. Uh, Pressure pads generate a small amount of electricity when stepped on. Pressure pads can now be hidden under rugs. That's awesome. That's awesome. Uh, Added anytime you can have layering is always a good thing. Added a new added a new very high quality shadow mode 3. I guess they went in and got into some of the menu options and updated. Optimize high quality shadow mode 2, 25% faster. Some more game anti-aliasing. It says reduce mesh memory footprint by 700 megabytes. I think what they're trying to do is to get it to where the loads when you load into the game, it's quicker. Reduce texture memory footprint by 1 gigabyte. Oh yeah, that's definitely what they're trying to do. Is they're trying to make it to where you load into the game at a because right now it's kind of lengthy. I actually logged on a couple days ago and it was loading up, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna play something else. Updated helicopter NPC sounds. Small map, small map have large amount again. Our maps have large mountains again. Debug camera, debug camera, debug camera, debug camera. Okay, there's a lot of debugging camera controls. But anyways, you can see this for yourself. This is the kind of the Rust update that they did, but as a comparison, it's pretty profound when you look at the difference in volume of active development team working to active, apples to apples, apples to apples. Anyways, as always, let me know what you think. Thank you for watching.